My name is Lorrie. Welcome to my channel. We are quilters. Today is my first So Much More show. My husband is outside cutting up cardboard that we use to kick up the fire in the fireplace when we are heating with wood. This house has no sustained source of heat, so it's either the propane furnace on the wall and or the fireplace. And here's a picture of the fireplace. I promised you two things today. I promised you I would show you this yard sale find up close. And I promised that we would look at the stuff in this drawer, the treasure, not the junk, because it is not a junk drawer. And we would see what is in there. They are related, the yard sale find and the treasure drawer. So let me get things set up to share with you. Well, here it is, the yard sale bag. Well, no, I'm sorry, not yard sale, Thrift. This came from the fish store here in Hale for, I'll tell you the price later. So this was my prize of the day. We don't always stop there. It has in it, I know these are terribly old-fashioned, but this one is part of the way done. And it is 24 by 34, part of the way done. Now, I did pull apart some of the bundles, and I bagged them separately. There are a couple shades of blue, 3 shades of pink, two shades of green, and I bagged them. Most of it is this lovely off-white. And if you have ever done hook style rugs, you know that they come in bundles like this that are all mixed. There's 5 left that I have not undone. Anyway, this rug, somebody started at one edge. See if I can move this. Started at one edge and did about a third of the work. So it's about a third of the way done. And if you've ever done a hooked rug, it's a relaxing pastime. And they look nice on the floor. And if you put a no skid thing on the back. Anyway, this one, let's see if we can find a date on it. Copyright 1991. So this has been around for a while. It is called Roses and Ribbons. Okay, here's the reason it is a good find. And I do like these. I do have a couple handmade rugs. It cost a quarter, 25 cents. I think the bag that it came in is worth more than a quarter if you're buying things like that at the Dollar Tree. So that is the first find. Now, for me to get the drawer, because I need to look for the latch hook to do the rest of this rug. Please do not mind the dust. Hopefully there's no spiders or dead spiders in here. So this desk holds a variety of sewing implements. I don't even remember what's in here. Let me turn it this way. I think you get a better view. I see that there are some directional pins. Let me open this up without going. So these pins were a gift one year from my husband, and they're to help you sew things a certain direction. They have little arrows on them so that you put things up, down, right, and left as you are sewing, and then you can pin the things that way so you know which direction things go in. I haven't utilized these as much as I should. They are a nice thin pin, but I just haven't used them. So they ended up here. Ouch. Pinched my fingers. Let me move that out of the way. I see I have some measure it tape. I didn't have this here when I taped the tape measure to the front of my sewing table. This does the same thing, except it's just a paper tape. So it works pretty well. I've used it in the past. I had 2 rolls of it. But for now, I don't need it. And then, ooh, the pinking shear box. I bought this at a yard sale. Now, these are not marked. These are fairly large. Made in Japan. And it says on the box 8-inch. I have not used these, but I did buy them for $1 at a yard sale. I'll have to check those out here in a moment to see if they actually cut fabric. Pulled them out, and I don't know if these actually cut or not. I'm sure I probably tested them out when I put them in there. These are nice and heavy. Let's see if someone has, someone has not used these on paper. They cut fabric beautifully. If you have ever been into clothes construction, you know that pinking off the edges keeps them from, oh, that pair cuts nicely too. I think one of those pair needs to make a trip to West Virginia, so I have a pair of pinking shears to use there. I used my mother's so often when I was a kid to cut paper that they no longer cut fabric. I need to get them sharpened. Oh, a 66-cent buy on 4 Class 66 bobbins. I'm not crazy about plastic ones, but whatever. An LED light bulb for the Kenmore. It came in a 2-pack. A note about these. It does have the little white machine listed here, but they do not always fit the little white 221s. So just a note for you that you might have to buy a specific one that says the white painted ones. That is what I had to do. Oh, another bobbin. Extra strength caffeinated peppermints. I did not eat these. Whew, that would have been a trip. More pins. I will have to find a home for those and a pin cushion over there. Oh, and we have the assortment of 45-inch rotary blades. And I have this one marked new, so I don't think it's a disposal place. I usually put these in with the sharps. Since I'm diabetic and take shots, I put the used rotary blades in with my sharps. This one was in something that my husband bought at a yard sale. It's all taped up. I have not checked it out. It seems to have some stuff on the blade, so don't know if it'll really be sharp or not. And these ones are from Harbor Freight. You'll see it says for carpet cutter. These fit a rotary cutter, a 45mm rotary cutter. And there are 2 of them in there. This was also at a yard sale at one point, but I haven't needed to change my blade recently, so I have blades here. And this, ooh, look, it's marked a quarter, is a blade sharpener. If you nick your blades, you put them between the little handles and you twirl it. It works well enough that you get a couple more uses out of your blade before it is too gone to use. And I see I have some needles of various sizes. And this one, they're almost all used up. And I know that needles have like sharps and betweens and whatever else is here. Crewel needles have a nice big eye. Betweens are for quilting. I know that needles have certain uses, but I grab the one that I like best whenever I need one. And now we are to the basket. Let's pull the basket over. Zoom in a little bit and take a look. Let's see, we've got a tape measure that has a little button. and another tape measure from Charlotte, North Carolina, that has another button. Oh, and they both work. That's good. And we have a couple little pairs of scissors. Those look like kids' scissors. I'll keep those around for my granddaughter Scarlett when she gets old enough. Oh, a little pair of thread snippies. I thought I saw, oh, there's another pair with a nice sharp little point. And if I turn it up and look, the points actually match, so those might work pretty well. Was there a thread? Oh, there's the thread snip. There's a thread snip. I don't always grab for the thread snip because I like to do more than just snip threads. I like to cut things, but that has a nice spring action handle on it, and it has a cover, so I'm not going to stab myself with it. That's always good. Ah, there's the item I've been looking for, the latch hook, and it works. It's not rusty, has a plastic handle. It's probably from the 1960s or 70s. Hard to tell what that came in, but that's the thing I've been wanting. And then we're down to, we have three of these. And how do you know when one of these is a good one? Well, I don't do a lot of hand quilting, but I will tell you, rumor has it, this one would be the best because it's got a rim around here and it's got dimples that you could push the end of the needle through. This one is a more decorative thimble. It doesn't have deep pits and it's very domed. This one is more for show than for go. The sides look okay because it's got fairly deep pits on the side. And this one's an okay one. It's got little, I can feel the divots, but this one is the best because it's got that rim and it's got some weight to it. These other two are lighter and a little bit smaller. I know there's some size thing to it, but I don't do enough hand quilting at the moment to really worry about this. But there is a difference. This would be my choice. Let me put those down. I have a couple more items in here. I have two seam rippers. Now, if you will notice, they are about the same size. This one looks fairly new. This one has that eraser on it that once you pick the threads, you can rub that on, that rubber eraser on there, and it pulls the threads out as long as you do it gently. This one, I'm not sure where the cap is. It has a green cap that is very similar to this end. Hard to tell where it got to. But that little red ball serves a purpose so you do not tear your fabric. I prefer the clover version. This might be a clover one too. It doesn't say it all over it, so it probably isn't. But I prefer the clover one because that area is so sharp on the clover one that it works really well. These two aren't bad. They're just my backups. So they live in this basket in the drawer. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have a couple needle threaders. I need to see if my husband needs one of these for doing cross stitch. They are just living in this drawer. I've shown you a couple times how you thread a needle without one of these, even if you can't see well. How you pinch the thread between your fingers and then bring the needle down over the thread. That works pretty well. I'm going to put those back in there. I will have to ask him if he needs one. And then, you know, ever the scavenger, I have, this came off of a box, and it is a great little handle that if I undid it and I sewed the bottom part into something and then put the handle back on it, it would be a great handle. So it is going back in this drawer too. So now I have shared the drawer with you, and I found my treasure of a hook, and I can go make a rug. So we will talk to you later. If you have any special requests about topics for So Much More Saturdays, please let me know, and we will talk about it. Talk to you later. Bye. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Help my channel grow. Enjoy the pictures of the rainbow after the storm.